Listen, you guys, God gives us the ability to choose, right? He gives us the ability to make decisions, so we can either make the right decision or we can choose to make the wrong decision. But if you choose to make the wrong decision, there's a consequence behind that. If you choose to make the right decision, there's a good consequence behind that, right? So we always say a lot, oh, the devil made me do it. No, the devil can only influence your mind, right? He can put an influence on your mind. He can give you an idea. He can give you a dart he can shoot into your mind to sin, right? But the choice is still yours. And what decision do you make, right? Do you make the right decision, or do you do what the devil wants you to do, right? I mean, the choice is yours, right? The choice is yours, right? The Bible said, whatever ye do it unto the glory of God. So that means whatever you do, meaning whichever choice that you take, if you choose not to do it to the glory of God, or if you choose to do it to the glory of God. The Bible wants us to do it to the glory of God, but you have a choice to do it to the glory of God or not to do it to the glory of God, right? It's our choice. If we decide to sin, if we decide to fornicate, we decide to masturbate, we decide to drink, we decide to smoke, we decide to lie, we decide to cheat, like we have the decision what we're going to do, right? And let me say this, you guys, what you do not get a choice of is if you do not pray. So you have a choice to pray or not. So if you choose not to pray, you do not get a choice in the devil attacking your life, right? That's what you don't get a choice of, right? So what are you choosing to do? Are you going to choose not to pray? Because when you don't pray, what happens is the devil attacks your life, and he's going to have his way in your life, because a lot of times when we commit sin and we commit habitual sin because we don't pray, right? When we do that, what happens is you give the devil free will, which is something you have as well. You give him free will to attack your life, right? So if you look at your life right now, you may see, okay, how is my life going? Is it going in a good direction? Is it going in a direction which is a positive direction? Am I growing in God, or am I living in sin, right? The devil does not want you to do the things of God, child of God. He doesn't want you to do the things of God. Again, if he can keep you away from God. The Bible says that my help cometh from the Lord, right? And when the devil gets you to habitually sin, what happens is you feel like you're not worthy to go to the presence of the Lord, right? So what you end up doing is staying away from God, right? And the devil's having his way in your life. I'm just saying, we could choose to do right or we can choose to do wrong, child of God, right? So again, look at your life and the direction that it's going, and are you making the right choices? Are you making the right decisions, right? You have a choice as to who you hang with. You have a choice as to what you watch, right? You have a choice as to the things that you hear, right? You have a choice for all of those things. And if you choose to make the wrong decision, you know, there's a consequence for that, child of God. So don't feel bad about your sin, but what you have to do is just go into the presence of the Lord, no matter how you feel about it. Because, like I said, the devil's going to try to keep you from the Lord. And the longer the devil can keep you from the Lord, the longer the devil's going to keep you from the Lord. Did you catch that? So, no matter how you feel, go into the presence of the Lord. That's where your help is, child of God. Do not stay away from him. So if the devil's having his way in your life, it's because you chose not to do the things of God. You chose not to live righteous, right? Because the devil can attack you, but if you've been in the presence of the Lord, it's easy to rebuke, right? It's easy to rebuke the devil. Because you've been in the presence of the Lord, it's like Satan could send that very thought, that dart in your mind that causes you to fall all the time. But if you've been praying, God does something. It's like he covers the Christian that's praying. So when the devil send those thoughts that used to make you always fall, like, Satan, I see what you're doing, I rebuke it, right? It's easy, right? So, child of God, get back into the presence of the Lord. Get back into your word, right? Get back going back to church, right? Some of you guys stop going to church, right? Do not let condemnation sit in, because the devil can always try to make you feel shameful. He can try to make you feel guilty of what you've just done, right? But no, let's not give the victory to the devil over our lives, but let's choose to make the right decisions. Be blessed.